Dr. Marc Grossman, you are unique versus any other eye doctor or eye professional I've come across. Because for the most part, they treat my eyes. They treat my eye diseases. They'll talk about what prescriptions I need. But you are an integrative eye care specialist. And you look at the eyes as part of the whole body versus this thing stuck in the middle of our faces. So talk about that for a second.
Okay, now when Shakespeare said the eyes are the windows to the soul, I took that literally. And in Chinese medicine, we look at the eyes, we call it the shen. You know, what is the pilot light of the person's being? And the eyes are embryologically, physiologically, neurologically brain tissue. If you can change your mind, you can change your eyes. We talk about neuroplasticity. They did a study on multiple personality disorders. All the different personalities had different prescriptions.
Wow.
So what do we see with? Do we see with our eyes, or do we see with our mind? The eyes are just tools for the mind. They also affect the whole body-mind. So when I look at the eyes, I don't treat conditions, I don't treat symptoms, I treat the person behind the condition. So when somebody comes in with nearsightedness, or cataracts, or glaucoma, I'm trying to figure out why they developed that condition and how we can work on that condition through lifestyle changes, through nutrition, through exercises, both physical exercises and eye exercises, possibly I'm also an acupuncturist and Chinese medicine practitioner for the last 25 years, how we can work at that through Chinese medicine, herbs, acupuncture. So it's very much a holistic, integrative approach to eye care, because I really feel that the eyes are our windows.
Yeah, actually I wanted to talk to you about that because you do have this unique background where you studied acupuncture. You are a yogi. Is that the right way to describe it?
I wouldn't call myself a yogi, but I've lectured at yoga. I lecture at a yoga center, and I'll do some yoga. I'm not a yogi.
Yet. But again, those are very interesting aspects that you bring to your view of eye care.
Yes, in fact, I didn't bring it today, but I did a DVD with a yogi, a yoga teacher, on yoga and vision, because how does the body, how the different postures, how does the yoga philosophy affect vision? One of my mentors was a yogi, so I'm always looking at yoga means union. Union to me means how do we get our eyes, our brain all working together in harmony. So that type of approach is a basic underlying philosophy of how I work with people.
And how'd you decide to get into this?
Oh my goodness. So, you ready for this?
Sure.
Okay. I believe there's different signs that happen in our lives. So when I was a freshman in college, I was on the basketball team. I went to a college that had a bad enough basketball team that I got to play on it. So I was getting my ankle taped. And I had my ankle taped from the trainer, who was a senior and I was a freshman. And I said, "Hey, what are you doing next year?" And he goes, "I'm going to go to optometry school. You make enough money, you don't make a lot of money, but nobody dies on you." I said, "I like that. Nobody dies on you." Because I get so involved in my patients, if the prescription doesn't show up on time, I get upset. Since then, I've actually done hospice training to work on my issues with that. But he said, "You just have to be good in math and science." And I went to a math and science high school in New York City called Stuyvesant High School. And I said, math and science I could do. And then when I looked into it, I said, wow, you can work with little kids and you can work with older individuals. So when I got out of school, I looked about 12 years old. I looked in the mirror and I said, nobody's going to come to me. You know, I had gone to college young at 16, got out a doctorate at 24, and I said, I drew the beard thing, and that didn't help. And I said, you know what? I'm going to specialize in the under 8 and over 80. So I went and I did training in learning disabilities and how we process information, and I worked at nursing homes. And then through the years, this is my 38th year of practice now, I started to have people who didn't think that I just started yesterday.
Gray hair can be a beautiful thing.
Yes,
Right.
I decided not to dye it. So, but I had to work the way that I lived my life. And I was always a person who did inquiry into why. Why did they get a cataract in the right eye and not the left eye? Why did that person develop macular degeneration? And in my professional training, it was like, why isn't so important? We know how to treat and diagnose those conditions. And we were very, very well trained to do that. But I wanted to know why. And then 16 years later, after I'd finished paying off my loans, was very busy, I got the hit again. There was a book in my friend's house who was a massage therapist called The Web That Has No Weaver, one of the first books on acupuncture in this country. The book looked at me, I looked at the book, I said, oh my God, I gotta go to acupuncture school now. But it wasn't licensed in New York State yet. So I called my friend who was an acupuncturist, he goes, oh, guess what? It's gonna be licensed next year. So if you wanna get a head start, you can go to school now, but the school's in Connecticut, about 2 blocks from where we are now.
Wow.
So my first year, I had to drive down to Stamford, Connecticut for the first year, and then the next 2 years of acupuncture school I went to in New York City. So what the Chinese medicine philosophy did for me, it told me the underlying patterns of where different conditions come from. In the Chinese medical philosophy is you pay the doctor to keep you well. You don't pay them if you get sick. Right. It means they didn't do their job. So my job as an integrative medical doctor who specializes in eyes using nutrition, herbs, different modalities, I'm always looking for more information. And what I learn is the more I know, the more I don't know. So I'm always on a quest to learn more on how to integrate different modalities into helping people take care of their precious gift of sight.
Yeah, I love it. And I love, just your endless curiosity, your deep care for the patient, and your understanding of it's not just an eye. In our Western reductionist medicine world, we've isolated all the body parts. And I'm looking forward to doing these videos with you because you really make it so clear that it's not just an eye, that it is, as you said, the windows and the part of our brains, part of our entire body, and reflective of it. So thank you for being here. Let's go do some videos.
Okay, look forward to it.
If you like what you just saw with Dr. Marc Grossman, come back to our website. We have a whole lot more videos with him and with our other great experts. And do me a favor, do the social thing. Share it. Tell your friends, tell your family. It's great information for all.